Thank you so much. Many of you have subscribed for this channel, and this is going to be a very important discussion in this channel, especially about public health. And today I would like to give you an understanding about public health. What is public health? Is it public health? What we understood is about mosquitoes, hygiene, insecticides, garbage clearance, spraying against insecticides. All these things are considered to be public health for many of our people. It's not so. Public health has grown multifold. So in this channel we are going to give you more of illustrative examples about public health. Public health is not a specialty of its own, but though it is growing up as a super specialty, but it is everybody who is practicing public health, he is a public health expert. A cardiologist can practice public health. A surgeon can practice public health. Everybody can practice public health. Public health is nothing but taking the health care to the larger population. Unlike the clinicians who are treating patients within the four walls, in few hundreds or thousands, treating large number of people, population in millions and billions, is public health. It is actually described by one of our great public health scientists, Dr. C. Winslow. He said, it's a science and art of preventing the disease, prolonging life and promoting health through the organized efforts and informed choices of the society, and public and private and communities and individuals' participation is public health. And to give you an example about public health importance is, when I was the director of Communicable Disease Hospital, Chennai, we had a very big epidemic of cholera in 1992. Many of you could remember that. We handled that epidemic, which was in Chennai, for nearly about 9 months, and subsequently it became a pandemic in the year 93. It was the time that we identify a new strain of Vibrio cholera also in Chennai city, which is non-O10139. Large number of people from the slums and up to the higher people of higher walks of life, they got infected by that. People from the slums, people from the medical community, people from the trade community, and people from the higher walks of life, everybody got admitted, which only shows that epidemic doesn't spare people, but from womb to tomb, people are getting infected. After we successfully handled that epidemic of cholera in Chennai city through the Communicable Disease Hospital, wherein we really brought out the methodology and SOP for treating the new Vibrio cholera pandemic, shortening the period of stay of the hospital, and we have also reduced the death rate in Chennai. Just a remarkable event of that day. And after the epidemic was over, we discussed with the people that with our administrators, we have to create lot of awareness about the environmental hygiene to the people. Especially, the cholera is something emanating out of the environment, and the personal hygiene. Water is the culprit for the cholera when it is in large number. So we decided we will reach the schools and teach the children. We will screen the children, identify minor and major ailments among the children, treat them at the childhood itself, and also simultaneously give them health education so that they can practice throughout their life. So with 180 doctors of Chennai Corporation who are working under me, we screened about 360 schools in Chennai Corporation, which had more than about 2.5 lakh students. After screening the students, we identified at least about 1.5 lakh students had scabies. Scabies. And scabies was found among the corporation children in a large number. And we suggested the administrators. That time the special officer was Mr. R. Purnalingam IAS. Mr. Alauddin, K. Alauddin was the commissioner. We told them this scabies has to be treated early, otherwise the children may go in for complication in future. And everybody asked, what's the complication? If the scabies is left untreated, The children may go in for glomerulonephritis in the latter years, which may go in for kidney failure and even transplant, also prolonged with dialysis and everything. And the authorities felt, especially the commissioner said, why don't you tell the parents to treat this illness? I said the children from the slums will suffer a lot, may not get the adequate care from the parents, so we will take up the responsibility. Then we worked about how to control it, and which was agreed by the administrators. Benzyl benzoate is an ointment of choice, and we procured the ointment for about 1.5 to 2 lakhs rupees only for those children. We used all the nurses in Chennai Corporation, all the doctors addressed the children, creating awareness and how to treat the patients with the ointment. All that was communicated to the children and the teachers first in almost all the prayer halls, prayer meetings of the schools. We advised them how to apply this ointment, and some complicated cases we gave penicillin tablets also. Everything was over. After 3 months, we are again checking up. 3-4 months later, none of the children had scabies. Scabies was totally controlled. Then I made a presentation before the administrators and before our doctors. What is a success story in eliminating scabies among the children? Now again, even now, the awareness about the scabies is thoroughly well fed to the teachers and the students, and through the students to the parents in Chennai city from 1993 itself till now. And the amount to eradicate the scabies from the children, we spent about 2 lakhs. But just imagine these children, 1.5 lakh children, if they are left untreated with the scabies, at least 30% of them would have gone for glomerulonephritis and the renal failure. And imagine a common man, the family member of a common man suffering from glomerulonephritis and kidney disease, dialysis and then transplant. How much of money is required? The entire family is broken. It's a very costing expenditure for many of the parents. They have to sell out everything. It's a burden for the family. Psychosocial impact is there among the parents and the individuals. Again, dialysis, again transplant. Millions of rupees are required for all these children. So, millions and billions of rupees is being reduced to about 2 lakhs rupees for the prevention. So, this is called public health. Taking the expertise from the medical schools, from the ivory tower to the common man, to make him comfortable by health, to avoid diseases among them, is public health. So, our medical expertise should be very much simplified in public health to reach the common man. This is what we call it as public health. Public health doesn't chase for the diseases, look for the diseases. It also makes people free from the diseases, to live free from diseases. We call it as positive health. People should live free from the diseases. You know about the COVID pandemic now. I think throughout the world, the people are being affected by this. Many of the people were dying because of this disease, and unfortunately, the developed countries had the problem. Many of the countries who have now public health infrastructure well built, they suffered a lot. But countries like India, especially Tamil Nadu, which has got about 100 years of the public health system well constructed with the foundation, is able to manage that because we handled it in a public health way, seeing around the cars, the roads and epidemiological thing, and we did that. We are able to come out of the entire problem of the COVID in the recent days. This is what I want to really tell you people. And if we are going to understand public health, the implications, the strategies, the method of implementation, all these are well understood by you, by the people who are listening. It is not only the doctors but also the public, also the other field of experts. It's not, public health is not just concerned only with the doctors. It is all the people from all spheres of life. So this is what I just want to tell you about public health. And in the subsequent weeks, I would like to take one topic per week. Maybe next week we will start with the communicable diseases. Thank you so much for the viewers. I encourage you to subscribe more and listen to this, understand this, and make your questions to me. I will answer the second and next meeting. We will bring more comfort to our people with enlightening our knowledge about public health, which is nothing but steering the programs, steering our life without illness. Illness means not only physical illness but also mental illness, socio-economic illness, everything. We will strive to look forward to listen more information from me, from our channel, and also from you. Thank you all, best wishes. Dear friends, and I encourage you to really subscribe for this channel, make your comments, share your comments, and then also like my comments, so that it will encourage us to continue with this task of disseminating the information. Thank you all.